Hello, today's video is about WPS and PQR, an important topic, and everyone is curious about this topic to know what WPS and PQR represents. Now, before any production welding is started, it is necessary to qualify the procedure. So, we have to generate what's called as WPS, which is a document that lists out the requirements for that particular joint in terms of the joint configuration, its preparation, the type of welding process that we use, the filler metal, which is identified by the F number, the base metal composition, identify the P number that you are going to weld, and what thickness you are going to weld. What is the required range of thickness you are going to qualify, any preheating, post welded treatment if it is there, also the current that you are going to use for each of the passes, voltage, all these things, shielding gas details will all be listed out in a document called WPS. Now, WPS is simply a document, it's not qualified until you generate a PQR. Now, PQR is a record, as it states, procedure qualification record. So, this is generated by welding a coupon under the strict supervision of the owner user or the production person, and this coupon will be welded by the best welder in your employment, because the procedure coupon should not fail due to the skill of the welder. So you have to select the best welder who will obviously be qualified in the position as welder. So when you qualify the procedure, the welder who is qualifying the procedure or welding the coupon will also be qualified, but only in the position as welder. Now, position being an essential variable for welder, but not for procedure. Now, let me first point out what is essential variable. Essential variable affects the mechanical properties of the weld. So, if there is any change in the essential variable, you have to requalify the procedure. Now, procedure essential variables, typically the P number, that is the base metal composition. If you change, you have to requalify the procedure. However, the code has made a provision where there is a group of P number. If you qualify one P number, it will automatically qualify a range of P numbers. So that is also available. Next is F number, which identifies the electrodes. So which is an essential variable. If you change the electrode composition, you have to requalify the procedure. And also the base metal range that is qualified. If you exceed during the production, you have to requalify the procedure. So process is also an essential variable for procedure, like from small shielded metal arc, if you change to MIG, metal inert gas, you have to requalify the procedure. And sometimes post welded treatment requirements are also essential variable depending on the process. Non-essential variables will not affect the mechanical properties. You can change any time, like the joint preparation, the V groove, which is changed. So all these are, or the position, which is a non-essential variable for procedure. For performance, that is for qualifying the welder, the essential variables are different. For example, it depends on the skill. So we can say the position is very much an essential variable for performance, because we have to qualify the welder in whatever position. How we identify the position? Flat down end is 1G, or vertical is 3G, horizontal is 2G, and overhead is 4G. And when it comes to pipe, the positions are different. Pipe 1G is flat, the pipe is rotated. And pipe is horizontal, fixed or rotated, it will be 2G. And when the pipe is fixed and horizontal, we call it is 5G. So 5G will cover what position? It will cover 1G, it will cover 3G, and it will cover 4G overhead also. But it will not cover 2G. So to qualify a welder, either you have to qualify in 5G and 2G positions or in 6G positions. So once the procedure is qualified, by the way, you have to qualify, as I said, by generating a PQR. Now PQR is a procedure qualification record, which gives actually the details about the actual coupon welded by the best welder. And this coupon will be welded according to the WPS parameters that are given, but it will have fixed values, no ranges, whatever that is used, and which will then be subjected to mechanical test, typically 2 tensile and 4 bend test. Tensile test is to determine the tensile strength, and bend test is to determine the soundness and ductility of the joint. So the tensile strength shouldn't fail below the minimum specified tensile strength by less than 5%. That means it must have minimum 95% of the specified tensile strength if the failure takes place in the base metal, or it should take place in the weld metal with the specified tensile strength of the base metal. And for bend test, again, there is acceptance criteria. Typically, on the convex portion, the defect shall not exceed 1/8 of an inch. Depending on the code to which you are working, it could be ASME Section 9, or it could be AWSD 1.1 or APL 104. Now we qualify the procedure, which only qualifies the joint. So it says my joint is good enough, but not the welder. So skill of the welder is yet to be established. But one welder is qualified now, the one who has welded the PQR, or the procedure qualification coupon. So I have to now qualify the rest of the welders in my facility, for which I will get them to weld coupons, and these coupons will be welded under the inspection. So they'll be monitored by the inspector that they are welding according to the parameters given in the WPS. So welders shouldn't deviate from the parameters given in the WPS. And these will then be subjected to either radiography or bend test. Typically we do 2 bend tests again to know the soundness. So we are looking for the defects either through bend test or by radiography. And this will typically remain valid for a period of 6 months. The validity of performance qualification for the welder is typically 6 months. Procedure qualification is unlimited. It never expires, because it doesn't make any difference. You can use the procedure in order for 10 years as long as you do not change the essential variables. The moment you change the essential variables, you have to requalify. Even for performance, if there's a change in the essential variables for performance are again different, which are not all same for the procedure. For example, position is a important essential variable for welder skill or for performance, and also the diameter limits. So all these things are different, whether it's uphill or downhill position. All this will make a difference on the quality of the weld. So before any welding starts or production begins, it is necessary that you have to qualify the welding procedures, and you must also use the qualified welders. And once qualified, the welders must follow the qualified WPS. They cannot deviate from the ranges given in the WPS. And welders qualification obviously will be in different essential variables, like we say position. A 6G qualified welder is qualified to weld all position. Like I said, to qualify welder in all position, you need 6G or 5G or 2G. So this is all about WPS and PQR, which is a very important activity for any project. Before any project or production starts, this is required by the code and must be met. That's it for now. And if you have any questions, do send me a mail, and I will be happy to answer your queries. Thank you.